Hi, I'd like to show you a bit more social history, things people used to do in the 1960s. I think it went into the 70s as well. These are I Spy books. Now, I Spy books were used to entertain children, and they would have to look for things around. There's lots of books. I've got about 35 here that I've discovered. These are all books that me and my sister used to use when we went on holidays and out. These were things that would be given to you so that when you're in the car, you could look out the window and try to look for certain things. And then you'd note them down in these little books. Now, it's got 6D. Now, that's the old money. That's 6 pence, because the old money used to be in Latin numerals, as it were, so that the pound was a lira, and that's why you got that L with two stripes through it, means a pound nowadays. And then you had soldari, I think it was like that, for shillings, and then a D, denari, for pennies. So you got a D rather than a P in those days. So it's all to do with ancient Latin. And here you've got one book, People in Uniform. And you'd have the same sort of thing. It says it's published in 1955. These are sort of 1961, I think I started these, to 63, that sort of period. And then you've got people you've got to look out for. So we've actually dated these 63. I think we've got some girl guides, girl guiders. My sister was in the girl guide, so I think that's where we got that from. Boys Brigade, and then all the insignias. Then you got other people you would see, Life Brigade, and then you get Salvation Army, Church Army. And so you could look out for these when you're going in around the towns, around the streets, and then you've got different uniforms for nurses. And so you'd check them off and put the dates where you saw them, postman, milkman, all these to do with British Railways, guards, very old looking airport uniforms. Not many people went abroad on aeroplanes in those days, so this was a tricky one to see. I certainly didn't. And then you got the different ranks of soldiers and merchant navy. And so these were quite common. I think they went on into the 70s, late 60s, 70s, and they became colour. I think they came in colour at the end of the day. So I've got quite a few here. Very few have been filled out. A few have been filled out, but most of them are still left blank. Yeah, for going to the Ritz or something like that. Oh, it's Chelmsford, a chauffeur. There you go. You must have known somebody rich. And there you got all the different people, and the clerical and the judges. And so you've got these books, 6 pence in the olden days. You probably got it from Woolworths. Let's have a look at the other books we've got. We've got Town Crafts. Many of these are quite old nowadays. They're like leathers and all sorts of other stuff like that. So boat builders. So these would have been quite useful to keep kids quiet in the back of the car on a long journey before the internet and all those sort of things. I Spy Pets. I Spy Men at Work Building. I Spy Country Crafts. I Spy the Sky. I Spy the Zoo Pets and That Reptiles. I think there's quite a few we did in that one. I Spy on the Pavement. So these were things like post boxes, drains, all those sort of things. that you might find on the pavement back in the 60s. It's a very niche one, antique furniture. Not many kids would find, I don't think we've got anything listed for that one, because that would have been very strange to have seen a Sheraton chair when you're... These were 1960s, so I was about 7 years old, 8 years old. I would not have been into antiques at that period. Musical instruments. On a Journey. History. Unfortunately, this one's lost its cover in the country. It must have been used quite a lot, that one. The Land. Everyday Machines. They certainly wouldn't have had... There's somebody's cigarette lighter, very out of fashion nowadays. Those old recorders. Radiogram. Really? Washing machines. So that does date it, doesn't it? Look at that. Before the computer. Mixing bowls. We got people in hospital. Another difficult one, unless you broke your arm just to fill it out. On the road. Churches. In the street again. Wildflowers. I think that's quite a thick one. Look how big that, and that's starting to come into colour now, look. You're starting to get colour coming in. So a later version. And that's gone up to 1 shilling. So that meant it was a shilling and that notation. And these are the early ones at 6pence again. Motorcycles and cycles. Cars. At the seaside. The army. The last few. Sport. Zoo animals. Now these are a shilling, so they would have been, I think these are colour as well, are they? Oh yes, yes, yes. So a bit more colourful. Only a few colours though. But that's gone up to a shilling, so that's quite high for those days. There have been quite a lot of your pocket money gone. Ponds and streams. Unfortunately, I'm not sure what to do with these because I don't want to chuck them out, and yet, what do you do with them when you get these old stuff? Wild fruits and fungi, I remember that one, that's quite nice. Again, there's a few coloured parts, but a lot of it's not coloured, but slightly thicker. People and places. Sports cars. Sights of London. Road making, look at that. In those days you had to see what sort of thing they made for road making. Oh yeah, the old roller, I remember seeing some of those. Cranes and things like that. Very similar sort of stuff we get nowadays. Putting tarmac down on the ground. Drills. Then we've got ships and harbours. And finally we've got bridges. So I think I've got quite a few of those, so I'm still wondering what to do with them because they do take up space. My kids probably won't want to use them. So, and they are of mixed quality. Some are okay and others are a bit stained and tatty. But they are a bit of social history. I hope that brought back memories to some people when they had got their I Spy books, and to people like, I'm not sure if they had them in America or anywhere else, like Australia or New Zealand. Let us know if you had these I Spy books and whether you think they're a good idea to bring back. They were very similar to like the Ladybird books that were very in vogue at that time. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.